you. I don't have a huge agenda. I just have a lot of things to talk about, and it's really going to be all over the board, and I'm really sorry about that. But first of all, I want you to know that first, I'm at 680 in sales, and I've got a show to submit, which will put me green. And then Linda Kavanaugh she's at 380. She needs to get to 750. And once that is done, we will be an executive team, and we'll promote up again in November.
All right.
So it looks like everything. Thank you all for your support and your positiveness with that too. So, but we have work to do, and the biggest thing I wanted to tell you. Well, you know what? Why don't I hear from you guys first? I'd love to hear a little bit from you, and I'd like you to toot for your team. And who would like to go first? Just tell me a little bit about what's going on with your team and what you're excited about.
I'll start.
I'll go first.
Okay, Carla.
Okay. Go ahead, Carla.
Sure?
Tell Carla. You go
Right.
first. Yeah.
I have a new consultant. Her name is Jenna Thornton on my team. And in her first 15 days, she was at $1,700.
Oh my Lord.
Good.
One party. One party, $1,700.
Yay.
Wow.
Yeah,
Was that a live party or virtual?
virtual.
Oh, virtual. Okay.
She is doing excellent. She has another $500 party to submit, and then another one already started for October.
Wow.
She is knocking it out of the park.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
That is really terrific. I'll drop her a note, Carla.
Thank you.
So exciting. You just need a couple like that on your team, boy. That's
Yeah.
I know.
That's going to motivate everybody.
I told her the other day, can I clone you like 6 or 7 times?
Awesome. That's
Shoot,
great.
even twice.
Oh, yeah. Nothing I did. She had already set up a party and already had bukus of sales before I even talked to her. She was in the hurricane area, so she didn't have any power, so we didn't talk for that first week. And she found Wi-Fi and was knocking it out of the park.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I know.
Mhm. That's a good
She
story.
how she couldn't have done it. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Awesome.
And other people have excuses, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's so true. Well, that's great. Well, we'll be cheering her on. That's great.
Jenna is her name.
Jenna Thornton. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Thanks, Carla. Who wants to go next?
Oh, I'll go next.
Okay.
We are green as a team. Hallelujah.
Yay!
I think we got about 7,500 in sales so far, so we're doing well. I think I have 6 or 7 active consultants, so that's improving. And let's see, I have one that qualified this month already, and trying to get a couple more qualified. It's all my new people basically that are active. One of my newest ones submitted her first party today. Just a couple $100, but yet she's active, and she's she's got one under her belt so far. She's one of the ones that ordered the $29 kit, so she's just been trying to gather orders. And I have my new ones that just went with the $29 kit. They are wanting products now. They're seeing that they actually need products if they're going to do.
Well, they're all getting the quick cooker too, right?
Yes,
Okay.
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
I have one that's earned it so far. So
Okay.
Yeah.
anyway, things are looking up.
Excellent. Who was it that earned it, Gail?
Edie Trucks, Edith.
Okay. Yeah, she's doing. Does she go by Edie or Edith?
Both, either one.
Okay.
So
All right. Awesome. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks, Gail. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, I will, Karen.
Good.
I've got several new consultants, and one is a comeback from years and years ago, and it's Karen Brock. And she drives me crazy, but bless her heart. Oh, you guys.
oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this, out of my hundreds of consultants, this is the one that takes the cake. I'm not kidding you. But here she is. I met her in a coffee shop in Detroit on 8 Mile Road, Karen.
When you first met her, or do you mean you met
No,
her?
this past Saturday.
Okay.
This past Saturday. No,
Okay.
she's rekindling. And I did
You might say that that's not a really good area of Detroit, okay?
Oh, no, you guys. I didn't even tell Steve where I was going.
Uh-oh.
But I did tell Tracy, my oldest daughter, the address, just in case.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was one of these things where you enter at the back door and you got to buzz the
Knock
buzz.
three
The buzz
times.
to get in.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
But bless her heart, and nobody came, by the way. Nobody came. But you know, we went over, okay, what could you have done different? Let's look at this in a positive way. The owner bought the donut pan. I took those donuts, Gail. I took those donuts with me,
Oh gosh.
and they were frozen. And I had thawed them out, so that's how good they are, even thawing out. So, but she sold a donut pan. But you know what? She's going to be there every Saturday doing this. And so her house is not presentable.
Okay. Well, it doesn't
And
need to
so
be, we don't need to do it at our house, yeah.
No, she's got this outlet, and I'm so proud of her.
Mhm.
You know, and so I mean, we just talked about how it's tough not to be discouraged, right? But we talked about there were some things that she could have done different. She didn't mail the invitations out by postcard until the Monday before, and this is Saturday.
Mhm.
So
anyway,
some people didn't even get them, probably.
didn't have people's phone numbers
Mm.
to get a hold of them. Anyway, just several things that she's going to be working on. But, you know, I give her credit because she's still trying. She tried to get on the call last night with you and couldn't. She has probably a first grader has better computer skills than her.
Mhm.
And so,
Bless her
you
heart.
know, I have to hold her hand for everything.
Well, yeah, because I mean, just, you know, if she's on Facebook, I mean, it was Facebook.
Yeah, no, she can't even find where.
Well, then we have to baby step her, you know, we have
I
to.
do.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
All right, well, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
she's trying.
She's trying. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's always the hard part too, is how much time do you spend, you know?
Mhm.
Mhm.
But, okay, let's see. Diana, we need to hear from you because you have some great news.
Yeah, okay, just a second. Am I on?
Yeah?
Okay, great. Yes, I'm very excited. We're into our second month of being qualified as a director team, and we have 5 of 7 who are active this month, and our sales are really, really doing well. Let's see, 2 of them have qualified this month, so I'm really excited about that.
That's awesome.
Great.
And for my own part, just having really a lot of fun with my cooking shows and doing the quick cooker. And I just want to tell a really quick story that I had a party a week ago, and there was one gal there who had 4 pressure cookers, and she was so excited about what she saw with the quick cooker that she said, I want to have a party. And so she is doing a Kellogg party right now, and she's got $800 in sales. And then yesterday I had a cooking show with only 3 people who came, and you know, it's like, okay, well, we're going to do this. But they were so excited. These 3 people got up out of their chairs, and this was at my kitchen, and they just said, can we just come in and watch you? So they just hung out with me in the kitchen. And of those 3 people, 2 of them booked events, and there was $700 in sales. So I'm really learning a lot for my own self, which I'm excited about to share with my team.
Excellent. And Diane, I will just say this is actually your 3rd month of being a
Oh,
director.
it is? Okay, good. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And we're so excited because
Yes.
Karen is
And
coming.
they were green before 15. So
Yes.
Good
okay,
deal.
perfect.
yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. They're
And
really doing
Karen
great.
is coming. We're excited about that.
Yeah. I've never met Diana's been in with Pampered Chef 10 years. We've never met.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's going to be really fun. So
Sweet.
Yeah. a week from tonight we'll be there. All right. So I mentioned I wanted to share a little bit of what I learned from ExecSem, and I was really happy. Marna live Facebooked me or FaceTimed me at ExecSem, and she was sharing some things with me. And then when she came back, there's a mastermind group that I was invited to be with Sharon Zellen, Tracy Varon, Tanya Brzezowski, Love Carpenter, Marna, Paula Brockner, and myself. And I wanted to share some of the things that they've been throwing at us. I mean, they've come back and they've really threw a lot of spaghetti at the wall, and I'm trying as hard as I can to catch up, even though they were there to experience all of these tips. But one of the things I wanted to mention was what I would like to see us do as a team is what each director is developing a Fab Five. And what a Fab Five is that you want to work with 5 people. And again, depending on the size of your team, you may be starting out with 1, you may be starting out with 2. But for some of you who have larger teams, you want to find a Fab Five to work with. And, people who want to promote up. And did some of you get an email, or did you hear anything from Yvonne Madsen about a POP program she's running? Okay. I know that Sue Reynolds heard about it, but and POP, it's a promote on purpose. It's basically promote on purpose, and it's basically director bound kind of thing. So when you have those 5 people, we want to work with a POP program with that, and we can develop that as we go on. But I would really like to see you all identify up to 5 people that you would like to work with, that you would like to see promote. And so let's talk for a second. What are some of the things that you look for? Because often I hear people say, well, I don't have anybody to work with. But what are some of the qualities we look for in someone who would be a great leader for your team?
Karen, this is perfect for me because this is a hang up for me. I have 41 consultants on my team, but I just can't, I can talk about everything, but I really hesitate when it comes to talking about doing more in the business. And I think I have in my mind that nobody wants more out of the business, if that makes sense.
Why do you think that is, Lori?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just in my head or, probably 80% of my consultants are maybe one party a month or 2. You know what I mean? So with them, like, why would I think they would want to promote when they're only doing one party a month?
First of all, it's the 80-20 rule in anything. 20% of your people are going to do 80% of your business. So if you have 41 people, and what's 80% of 41? 41 times 80, that's 32, okay? So now you've got 9 people that might fit that, not everybody will want it.
Right.
But the people that are doing that, they might be interested. And depending on your time and how much time you have, and I'm not just speaking to you, Lori, it's the question is, are you happy with where your business is? Or would you like more?
That's what I was going to say. Like, how do you go about it? You know what I mean?
A quick call. I was thinking about you. And you might find something positive about that one, but you are very consistent. You're very consistent. And it's the baby step, and, Gail being a teacher, she's probably much better at finding, finding a spark somehow, somewhere, something that you can talk with them about. Like, you are so consistent. Have you ever thought, are you happy with where your business is, or would you like more? You'll start out with a compliment. I've noticed that your average is really high, or gosh, you got 3 bookings from that one party. Your business tripled. You're really great. Are you happy with where your business is, or would you like more?
Okay.
And then if they want more, we want to show them the way. Does that help?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
And if they say they want more, like, do you bring up director, or do you say, well, you could be a senior consultant, what do you talk about? Like, I
would ask them what their definition of more is.
Okay.
And I would personally, if I were you, I would start talking a little bit about, okay, I'm so happy you asked this because it just popped into my mind. Stacy Etzel talks money all the time. They talk money all the time. Would you like to make more money? Would you like to, what would $250 do for you? Promoting to director. What would fast track? Carla, that's a talk you need to be having with Jenna. Would you like to fast track? Have you, what would you do with an extra $2,000? And for a while there, I was trying to help people figure out how much money they're making per hour. If you even if they just do one party, and if they do $150 party, and they spend an hour doing that $150 party, or 15 minutes. Usually, it's a catalog party or a virtual party. It could even take a few orders, 15 minutes. If they made $30 in that 15 minutes, that's $120 an hour. And it's breaking it down and showing them that, when you spend the time doing Pampered Chef and you really invest in it a little bit, you're really going to reap the rewards. And you're going to see growth, and you're going to be really proud of yourself for achieving that. Because if they know they're making $20 to $25 an hour, they're not going to go to Kmart, or Kmart's bankrupt, I think, I don't know. But Target or wherever looking for a job. And I love it when I see consultants on our team. I need a job. I got to find something. Well, you have a job. Put yourself to work, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the thing about it is, and that's, I talked a little bit about being timid in our workshop. When something like that happens and you don't say anything, you're missing the boat. When you let things happen like that and you don't challenge, and I'm not saying be mean or be pushy, think of a way, sometimes it's hard for me, but think of a way, like, really, have you considered,
And especially with the holiday season coming up, I think I'm going to make a post and just say, I think I had to do last week and I just didn't, who is going to be getting a second job for the holiday season?
Mm-hmm.
Don't say anything about Pampered Chef, but just put it out there and then just message them,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And, again, that might be something that I was thinking about working with my business page on my Facebook and boosting that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are the kinds of things. So what are some other, again, somebody who's consistent, somebody who always shows up, somebody you see helping other people. You see them getting, onto your team page, and when someone asks a question, they'll, I love it when I see other people helping other people. Pat them on the back for that. That's what a leader does. What are some of the other things that you've noticed on your team that you think might make a good leader?
They're asking a lot of questions.
Asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Their motivation.
Yes. It's funny, like Michelle Power, who you see, or on our face, she's always doing something motivational. She's always talking about training she had or she's taken, and it's like just a matter of, private messaging her and say, have you thought about? But we really do need to push, and again, I think, and I'm getting confused between what we talked about for our hashtag 1 hour 100% workshop. But again, being timid is something we really have to be careful with, because when you find someone who isn't getting attendance at the shows, they're too timid to ask people, like, let's make a list. Who do you know? Let's get people on that list. Did you talk with them? Did they say yes or did they say no? And sometimes you have to get very specific. We talked about being specific with your host coaching, with your questions. But sometimes we have to teach our consultants to do just that, because if they're afraid to ask, they're not going to be successful. And so I think that having that, being timid talk is just as bad as being pushy. Somewhere in the middle, we have to find that happy medium, so that, and it takes practice, depending on where you fall on that spectrum. So anyway, I'm really asking you, can some of you think about people on your team that you think might be interested in moving up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. And so one of the things, this is really hard to explain because I don't understand it at all either, but you can turn your face, and I'll be doing this with Joe Pack, and you might have noticed that when you look at the list under, photos, discussion, there's something there called units now. And what that is, those are training units. And I have to learn more about this, and if any of you want to dig into this, but you might notice I put a couple of things there already. And what I want to do, and Paula Brockner has done this, and you start baby stepping things, okay? Like virtual party, or even more basic than, virtual party. It might be, get your order payment account. This is how you do it. And what happens, you can tell when they've looked at it. You can tell when they've read it. So I can see where I'm going to be phasing out of the 30, Super Starter 30 days and using these units with our consultants. And again, it's really like doing a Facebook event, and they just kind of walk through it. Now, the other thing is, and I know what the mastermind group is doing with their teams, and I would love it if you all did it. Now, doing video, okay, it's all about systems. You're getting a system about how you train people. You're getting a system about, what you do for virtual parties. And doing videos so that you don't have to do it every time. We create a video on how to sign on. I know Pampered Chef has some of those, but they don't see them, And you might want to get on and say, this is how you set up a party and how you find your URL. Because they need to know that right away so that they can get 4 virtual parties on their calendar their first week with Pampered Chef. They don't even need their kit. And this is how people are being successful. Because if you're helping consultants be successful right off the bat, your level of motivation is going to be high, and they're going to be excited because they're successful right off the bat. So I don't know if any of you have already created videos that it's like, I know I shared a video that Charlotte and the guy did on how to create a Google form. Well, this is how you do a Google form. And so then we can use that video over and over again. And if everyone wants to create a different video, and again, it's just maybe 2 to 5 minutes, nothing really long, but this is how you do this. And just think what a resource that will be, that we don't have to go in to show everybody how to do a Google form every time we recruit somebody. It's a resource right there for us. It's under units. Go to units and look for it.
Yeah, I'm on it now. So we still add, I'm just trying to walk through this. So we still add our new consultants to the Joe Pack, and then we lead them to the units.
Yeah. You could do that. And again, you could also copy my units for your team too.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't really matter to me. We could share, there could be or we could even just do a Joe Pack training group too. But I don't know. I think there's something to be said about leaving them in Joe Pack. But yeah,
So is units on all the groups now?
No, you have to go in and change something. Let me see. Okay, let me share my screen. Well, let me go to, I'm going to stop for a second. Stop that. I'm going to go to Facebook and see if I can, and I'll show you. See, again, this is,
I clicked I was done rating your new team members.
Okay. All right. All right, so if I go into more, all right, let me share now. All right, so now I'm looking at edit group settings, and we went into a group type. I'm surprised. So you can go in and say that it's a social learning. And I'm surprised I had units without saying that.
Oh, what's that? It says units, you can choose the order of...
Yeah, so what happens is it's for Joe Pack, I can have the posts display in terms of the discussion like we do now, or I can force them to go to units first, which I don't really want to do at this point. All right? So let me just show you what I mean here. I'm going to save this. And I'm going to go to discussion. And then and then here's the units. And I've only got, welcome. I only got one that's successful. But it's a little bit about hi, welcome new team members, blah, blah, this kind of thing. And then it says go to the next unit, which I haven't finished. A new consultant strong start Facebook group managed by home office. So we want them to go there and be part of that group so that they can be part of the PC Strong Start.
Oh, I like this. It's good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's asking me for my consultant number. I thought I'd done this, but maybe they didn't approve me. So, but there you go. So now I can go back to, here it is. JOPAC Executive Group, and I'm going to keep adding more units. But anyway, that's the gist of, can you see where that would be? They can just go from one unit to the next. And as you can see, it tells me one required unit completed.
So Karen, you said that we could share the unit into our group from you or copy
Sure.
it. How do we do that?
You can copy any, it's just like any kind of a post.
Just like copy it, anything?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can go in and look at it and then you can just, cut and paste
Highlight it. Okay. Gotcha.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's cool.
And, again, and I think we could all share that as a team. If you create a unit, we can all share it or, put it on. It would be great if JOPAC could be the central repository, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But anyway, this is almost mind-boggling. Don't you think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the potential, I think, is very good.
That's good.
Okay?
So if everybody creates units, we can share them into JOPAC, and then we can all
Right.
have
If we're methodical
access to
about
them.
what we're creating, so we're not reinventing the wheel.
Right.
And you know what I could do? Oh, let me share. Okay, let me do this. I'm going to share again. And now I can show you Paula Bruckner. Bruckner Organization. And now I know that like Marna has one too, but now she's got 2 units, 25 posts. And so I'm going to go into units. And here's all the 2021 posts. Welcome new team members, recipe for success booklet for new consultants. Next.
That was my next question. Is it like, does it break it up to whatever you're looking for rather than put it in like chronologically of how it's?
Well, it is chronological in the sense that hopefully there's a pattern that they go through what you think they might need next.
Yeah.
But that's a matter of as long as they, to me, it's like when I do the Sunday night trainings, eventually if they keep going, they're going to get it all in a month. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter whether it's, as long as they get it,
The reason behind this is it, because all this stuff is on Consultants Corner, correct?
Yeah, but what do there are some things I think that we add, because it's like book learning versus street learning. We know the application a little bit better sometimes. But the thing is people don't go to PC University.
That's what I'm thinking, it's on there, but
right.
They can't find it or whatever.
Right.
So right here, if it was in here, then it's right there for them.
Right there for them. And again, we can see that they've done it.
Right.
That's, I think, is the beauty.
Yeah.
But, with the old training they had with Pepper Chef, we could tell if people took the classes.
Right.
It was really nice. And that's why I really liked what Diana, I got to tell you, is doing an awesome job. She gets on, and I can see me wanting to steal some of these things for the units because she is very detailed about what she shows her team. And she was having people post their certificate for taking the PC virtual party training. And so making that part of, some recognition. But, that's where I got this, the 4 parties, because one may stink, and I did do a graphic I haven't. But, here's words to say via text, Facebook Messenger, and email to set up parties. Here we go.
Wow.
Okay. So, and let's go to Marna's for a second. Dream team, she calls it. So again, when you were asking that question, Lori, about discussion versus units, if you what would happen is instead of if I checked units, they would see this screen before they would see discussion.
Okay.
Okay, so so they would see this if we which I prefer, and then look at Marna's only got 143 posts already. She's an overachiever, but oopsie. But welcome new consultant, inch by inch. Oh, some of these she has taken from me.
I was going to say that looks like your new consultant training, Karen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Yep. It's all right. That's good. I'm honored. Anyway, so again, I don't know, you guys. It's. I feel like I need to take a week and just kind of hold myself in and really delve into this. But as a team, I think we really can handle it. And your ideas are certainly welcome. And anything you want to do. Somebody has. Are these all hands raised? Oh no, it's a different it's a different graphic. Okay. All right. All right, you guys. So what do you think?
I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really
I
cool.
like it.
Karen, I didn't quite get how you added that unit to the page.
Well, you can't see it, so you wouldn't. You have to go in and you have to change the description of your group.
Okay.
I can show it to you when I come this weekend.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Okay, let me think what else. I told you all about, we're real close to being, I found $100 on the floor today. I was using that for my thing and I must have dropped it. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of money, Karen, thank you so much. I got one in the mail
you are
today.
so welcome. And and again, you know what? Again, these little things that anything you could. I mean, if you could, maybe I should have had you get on live and go, "Hey, I just got my check," and again, we're going to have $200 to give out this month.
Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow.
Karen, I brought my book down.
Oh, good. Tell us about that.
Okay, so this is called Facebook Party Secrets of the $1 Million Party Girl. And I'm getting this for all of my consultants when they qualify with their 1250 in sales. And I read this book, and most of y'all know that it takes a lot for me to read. I'm trying to get better. But I read this whole book in one night because I was so excited to learn more about, because that's all I do is Facebook pretty much. And I circled some things as I went through it of what I'm not doing yet, and trying to implement these things. But it's a great book, guys. It's like $10 on Amazon. So I highly recommend it if you do virtual parties. It's fantastic. I'll share with just a couple of little things here. So she talks about getting people to text you. Okay, instead of doing everything on Facebook, move it off of Facebook a little bit and get one-on-one. So what I've been doing in my parties is I do a door prize and I say, text me at whatever and say I'm ready to party. And then that gets them on my phone and then I can message them back, and say, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you in 30 minutes or whatever. But then you can start a conversation with them. Like, what do you have on your wish list, Gail? What have you seen this week that you like? Or something like that. So getting them off Facebook and doing a different avenue, more of the one-on-one is really good. Let me see. Inviting a friend that the host doesn't know. So if they don't have a lot of people on there, have them invite somebody that the host does not know. And then she talks about like whatever you're whatever you're talking about or demoing, make it, it should equal the amount of an average hostess earns during the party. So if your average host earns $90, share $90 in product. And then you can use your power tool. You know, you could say your power tool, you could get this up for 50% off, you know? So show what they can get in free. If you're typically, you know, have a $500 party, that would be $90 in free. And that way they can see exactly what they get.
Well, and I was really happy to hear you talk about this book, Lori, because I don't know if you noticed, I'm actually tagging you all in a post I put on the 19th about Facebook Party Pro, $1 Million, who wrote this book, and she had a special that, and I posted as soon as I knew about it, and it was only lasting a day, where the training was $247, and she'd knocked $100 off, so it was only $147. So with your professional development money, if you only have $100, it was only going to cost you $47. And it's very, I mean, I think she's got like 80 videos on, you know, Facebook or virtual parties. She's actually trying to get, she's got a class on Thursday about another type of virtual party that has nothing to do with Facebook. So it's not Facebook dependent, which I think is kind of a smart idea.
Yeah.
But if you have not, and I'm not sure, have any of you spent your professional development money?
Nope.
Not this year.
Okay. You know, we're getting into a busy season. We're going to be very busy. You know, get this money and spend it. There's all kinds of virtual training that you can do. But I really, again, Pampered Chef has really embraced that we need to do more virtually. And so, and I think this is right in line with what they've, and I just think it's really kind of cute, Lori, that you're using the book. It just gets so much virtual stuff. Just goes to show you, you know?
Yeah. So Karen, how do we go about, so can we still get on that deal, or is it over?
I don't know. You can check, you know, he does, sometimes they extend things, but you can check, but it's $247, yeah, just check that out.
How do we get that from Pampered Chef? What's the process?
There is a form to fill out, and I'll share that. I'll show you. It's under, if you go under, let me show
Professional
you.
development, isn't it?
You pay for
Professional
it.
development.
Don't you have to pay for it first and they reimburse you?
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, let me go here.
And you have to get things approved.
Well,
too, I
if you're not sure, especially if you haven't had someone who has used it and got, like, until I know that I have someone, actually she mentioned in the video that Pampered Chef, you know, that Pampered Chef did reimburse.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, if you're not sure that someone has, that you know with Pampered Chef that has gotten reimbursed, absolutely call ahead and just make sure. I've shared my, I'm going to go in and I'll just show you. And while we're waiting, you know, things have been just a little bit frustrating lately, huh? With charges and
Oh, yes.
back orders and did any of you watch Tracy's video?
Yes.
Yes.
And what did you think about that?
It was good. I got the last 15 minutes. I forgot it was on.